Hello, and welcome to your weekly message from First Congregational Church, Milford, New Hampshire. I'm your pastor, Al Hoyt. Today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020, for those of you who don't remember, as if any of us could forget. So, there's been a lot of things going on this week. The reopening committee met Monday, stewardship met Tuesday, deacons met on Wednesday, and there's been a lot of things happening. This Sunday coming up will be our usual virtual worship service. We have begun to discuss live streaming the worship service from the sanctuary. That doesn't mean anyone will be here except for myself and Scott and the Searses, and we'll be able to keep our distance. At 11:30 on Sunday will be our virtual coffee hour, and I really hope some of you will take advantage of it. Everyone gets the link sent to them. It's easy to do. You just click on the link and it'll take you right to the meeting. If you don't want people to see, you can shut the camera off so you can just listen and communicate. If you just want to eavesdrop, you can shut off the camera and the microphone and just listen in. But it's a great way to connect with people we haven't connected with in a while, to talk about our children and our grandchildren and our pets and just how we're doing in general. And I find after every one of those coffee hours, I feel just a little bit better for having connected with some of the people that I miss. On Monday, October 12th, the church office will be closed for the holiday. On Thursday, October 15th, the greeting articles are due. And I especially want to emphasize that this month especially, if you're responsible for submitting a report or a letter to Carol for the greeting, please make every effort to have it in her hands by Thursday, October 15th. We're going into our stewardship drive, and that means a lot of extra work for Carol, and it just adds to her burden if we neglect to get her our reports on time. I know I'm very often late with them, and I've actually started my greeting letter today to make sure I have it for her for next week. And I hope if you're responsible for one of those, you will do the same. Throughout this pandemic, as we've been meeting remotely, and I've been having lots and lots of meetings. We've started, some of the organizations that we see have started meeting in person, what basically hybrid meetings with some people are remote and some people are together. They've been keeping their distance and wearing masks, but I noticed at one of the in-person Rotary meetings I went to recently, some of the people there just kind of automatically slipped into their old behaviors, shaking hands or walking up and hugging people, and that's one of the things that we have to be on guard against. Just because we can finally start to spread out and maybe do things together while we keep our distance, it's really, really important that we remember that all of those protocols for touching and distance and mask wearing, all of that is vitally important that we continue to do that. There's another thing coming up that is really important. Of course, you'll get a stewardship letter from the stewardship committee, and of course, my greeting article was about stewardship, but I'll be preaching a little bit more about stewardship as we go. But another thing that's coming up is the election. Now, I don't know, nor to be really honest, care what side of the political spectrum you fall on. It's not my job to tell you how to vote, or who to vote for, or what to vote for. But I do think it's my job to tell you that if you haven't registered, it is important that you register and that you vote. I believe it is a Christian responsibility for every last one of us to remain informed about the issues, and really informed, and not just the headlines from the re-election campaign, but actually pay attention to what the real issues are, and vote according to your conscience. Now, as I said, I will never tell you who to vote for, what party to vote for or what things to vote for, but I will always ask that you do your civic duty and vote. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. So, continue to take care of yourselves. Continue to stay in touch. I'm going to be doing a baptism on October 24th in the afternoon. Hopefully we'll be able to videotape it and play it with our worship service the next week. So this is the great-grandsons of Vic and Cynthia Falchetti. And I'm thrilled to be able to do it. And I've got all the guidelines on how to do it safely, and I will be following every last one of them. So take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Try to stay hopeful and happy. Be well, and God bless.